In this nitty-gritty basics Let's Play live stream, we're going to be playing American Mah Jongg at I Love Maj. I Love Maj has a wonderful exercise room for beginners and intermediate players. Even advanced players enjoy the exercises. You can also play with robots with 3 levels of intelligence. So we'll check that out in a little bit. I do have a short presentation today for the topic, which is hands of least resistance, to simplify. That's what this focus is today. I want to say thank you so much for being here, for watching my videos and sharing about my channel. Channel members, thank you so much for supporting MAHJLIFE. And moderators, big shout out to you for helping monitor chat. Today's format is nitty-gritty, so we're going to keep socialization to a bare minimum, if any at all. If you like gameplay with commentary and socialization, join us on Fridays from 6 p.m. Eastern time to 8. And we just hang out and do stream of consciousness, conversation, and gameplay with commentary. But today is nitty-gritty. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started right away. Welcome. Hi, Sue. I'm going to get this set up really quick here. I already have it ready. Here we go. Hands of least resistance. Before we get to the nitty-gritty of these hands, remember that any win is a good win, even if it's one of the easiest shapes on the card. Any win is a good win. There's no shame. No shame in that game. The path of least resistance is the easiest way to continue. It's not laziness, it's human nature. The principle of least effort, desire to maximize benefit, a desire to minimize effort. And that's by Professor George Kingsley. So there are studies about the human nature of seeking the path of least resistance. No shame in that game. Here's an example of a hand of least resistance. We're going to look at all of them, actually. Year number 1, Pung Kong, Pung Kong. And basically, the hands of least resistance are anytime you have 2 pungs and 2 kongs. Sometimes the order is going to be different. So in this case, it's Pung Kong, Pung Kong. 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind. You can use any number of jokers with this kind of a hand. Year number 1. Oh, and incidentally, I want to show you something. I found something on Amazon, and I marked my card. I use these things to mark my card. So they're highlighters. So you can peel them off and put them on your card. And I highlighted all of the hands of least resistance in yellow. And I used the lavender one, which looks gray on the card, for the next type, which we're going to cover, I think, in this afternoon's episode of Nitty-Gritty Prime Time. So I'll add a link to these highlighters. That was the pastel. So there's pastel, and then there's a kind of brights, and there's even neon. And this pack, you get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them for $6. And I think it's pretty cool. So you can highlight the hands of least resistance. And when we get to the end of this presentation, I'll share about why. All right, so, and I typically don't show the card, but I'm gonna on this one. So here you can see how I use the highlighters. Yellow marks the hands of least resistance, and then what I call hand of least slight resistance with 1 pair, otherwise kongs, in the lavender or the gray. Okay, so let's keep going. We have another hand of least resistance in evens number 3, 2 options, 2, 4, 6, 8 in 1 suit, or 2, 4, 6, 8 in 2 suits, and that's pung kong, pung kong. We have evens number 5, that is a 2, 8, 1 suit, and then the opposite dragons in kong. So here we have pung pung, kong kong. And I train myself to say pung pung, kong kong, or pung kong, just because that is the shape of the hand using the terminology for Mahjong. So if you train yourself to say the shape of the hand, it'll help you remember so that you don't have to look at the card as much. So if you tell yourself, I'm going to play a pung kong hand, you know that it's going to have 2 pungs, 2 kongs in some order. And then for certain hands, you would tell yourself, this is a pung pung kong kong hand. And that way you don't have to keep looking at the card. You just remember pung pung kong kong for this one. Here's another one. This is in consecutive run, number 2, 2 options, 1 suit, mixed suits, and this is a pung kong shape. 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind. Pung kong. 1 suit, 2 suits. Then we have consecutive run number 6. This is another pung kong hand using like consecutive numbers, 2, 3, 2, 3. And if you're new to the game, it can start with any number as long as it ends with 9. You can't go from 9 back to 1. Odds number 2 is a hand of least resistance. You get 2 options here, a little odd, 1, 3, 5, and a big odd, 5, 7, 9. So we have 1, 3, 3, 5, pung kong, and then 5, 7, 7, 9, pung kong. Wins and dragons number 1, we have 2 options, kong, pung, kong, different shape. And then we have pung kong, pung. This one took me a while to get used to. Of course, I'm used to it now, but at first it was a little bit of a challenge because it doesn't follow the shapes of the other 2 common hands like pung kong or pung kong. This is kind of different. So just remember kong pung kong or pung kong pung. Then we have wins and dragons number 3, north and south with dragons or east and west with dragons. And it's any 2 dragons. This is kong pung. That is the shape for this one. 3, 6, 9 number 1, 3, 6, 6, 9, pung kong, 2 suits. And then we have 3, 6, 9 with dragons. Knitted. This is called knitted. 3, 6 in dots, and then 6 bam in the middle with the corresponding dragon on the other side. And it's knitted because it has an alternating pattern. So the number in the middle matches the dragon on the end. That's what, and the league decided to adopt the term knitted. 3, 6, 9, number 6. Why would we want to play these hands? They're easy. They're the easiest hands on the card. You could see they all have a 25-point value. And there are some other hands that have a 25-point value that are not hands of least resistance, but these are even easier because you can use any number of jokers. So the hands are relatively indestructible. They are plentiful. They're plentiful. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 hands of least resistance on the card. So there's lots to choose from. And they're relatively indestructible. I probably should add relatively, but I guess that's a given because we know that there are a limited number of jokers, 8. So if all the jokers are visible and they can't be exchanged because all the numbers are, all the tiles, number tiles are either discarded or in use, and so the jokers can't be exchanged, that would be when maybe you can't complete a hand of least resistance, but it's rare. That's why I say it's relatively indestructible and comparatively indestructible, because the other hands can be destroyed by a pure Kong if you're playing a hand with singles or pairs and you need that particular tile. That doesn't happen with hands of least resistance. So when would you want to use these hands or keep them in mind when you come to a decision point where you're between options? If you're frustrated, maybe you're on a learning streak, aka losing streak. We like to call it a learning streak because that's just a little more, it's positive psychology. We want to be positive about the game. So if you're frustrated, maybe play hands of least resistance. If you're discouraged, play hands of least resistance. And if you're overwhelmed with the game, limit yourself to these hands. They can help you get over that hump of those feelings until you've gained confidence playing the game, and then expand to other types of hands. We're going to play at I Love Maj, and we'll demonstrate hands of least resistance, and we'll pretty much focus on playing to win based on the hand or the tiles that were dealt. But if there's an option to switch to a hand of least resistance, we're going to do it. So I will stop sharing and we'll play Mahjong. Okay, let's see. Here we go. So here we have I Love Maj. Incidentally, they just published an article with mid-year Mahjong stats. So if you play at I Love Maj, check it out. It is interesting, and it's there's a lot there. So get a cup of coffee or a nice beverage and plan to spend some time in that article. So at the top, if you're new to this platform, you can play with robots. If you click that little radio button, you'll see you can play just for fun, or you can play official games where they track your rating, your wins and losses. And you can also select beginner, intermediate, or advanced robots. We're not going to do that though right now. You can also play with friends, by the way. But what we're going to do is we're going to go into the exercise room. And I think we could do maybe 1 or 2 Charleston modeling, just where we practice identifying the strength of the hand and then practice decision making during the Charleston. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so let's go to Charleston practice. Okay, so here we have a hand. I'm going to go here. So, oh, let's see here. Hold on. I got to go to the right screen. There we go. All right, here we are. Sorry, you couldn't see what I was doing because it opens in a new tab. That's why. All right, so we have, actually, let me see here. I think this one is better. There we go. Okay, we're ready now. We have a south, a green dragon, 1, 2, 3, 8 and bams, pair 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 and cracks, pair 7, pair 9, and then a 2 dot. This is a really good example of having multiples, which would in this case be pairs. We have 3. They don't all go together. We wouldn't be able to use 1, 3, 7, 9 unless we had a 5 dot to play maybe that very first hand in mixed suits under odds. Since we have a gap, I wouldn't focus on that. But we do have tiles we can pass and still keep the 1 bam. maybe we'll get a 5 dot and we could play that hand. Anytime I look at an option and I have a gap, I lower that as an option. I just put it to the back of the pile, put it to the back of the options, or even remove it as an option. Because if you have a gap hand, you could potentially paint yourself into a corner, and we don't want that. That's not a good way. That's not a good tactic at all. So, but sometimes you do have to play a gap hand just the way the tiles come in. You want to try to avoid it. So with these tiles, 7, 8, 9 probably would be the predominant pattern. If I were playing this hand, I would probably focus on 7, 8, 9, unless a 5 dot shows up where we could play 1, 3 in BAMs, 5 dot, then 7, 9 in cracks. And that would be just one hand. And I typically don't like to commit this, right from the get-go. So let's just see what happens. We could maybe pass south, a green dragon, and the 2 dot. And we could still keep that 1, just in case we get a 5 dot. We didn't get it. We did get a 7 BAM though. So we have a 2 dot here. I'll just put it way over here. So we have 7, 8, 9. We have a pung of 9s now. And then we have a 7, 8 in BAMs. So if these were my tiles, I would break up the 1 right now. 1, 2, and probably pass the 3. And that's because we have no 5 dot. So I wouldn't pick a hand. I would gather for 7, 8, 9. If we get a 5 and a 6, then maybe we keep those 2. If we perhaps get a 5 BAM in particular, we could maybe play a hand of least resistance. Odds number 2-2, 5, 7, 7, 9, pung kong, 2 suits. So let's see if we can get a 5 BAM. No 5 BAM. All right, let's pass west 2, 3. That's a little bit risky, but at least the 2 and the 3 are in 2 different suits. Oh, here's a 6. So now we have 6, 7, 8, 9 as our predominant pattern. We definitely should keep going.
Second Charleston.
South, green, let's say with a 1. 2. Let's pass the 2. We got the 1 back. That's kind of what I was wondering, is if we were going to get that 1 back. Now we could maybe pass 2, 4 west. That's a little bit risky. But I'm still wondering if maybe we could play that odd hand if we get the 3 BAM and the 5 BAM back, or the 3 BAM back and a new 5 dot. All right, let's see what we get here. We're going to risk it. We got the 3 BAM, still no 5 though. So we're right back where we started. Let's see, 6, 7 BAM, 7, 8, 9, 7, 9. I think what I would do is pass the north, the 3, and the 6. Still hoping for a 5 dot probably for these tiles, or maybe a 5 BAM. 5 BAM would be ideal, because then we could use the pung of 9 cracks, because that needs to be a Kong if we play the second hand down on the right under odds.
Courtesy pass.
We got the 5 dot. Look at that. All right, so now we have 1, 3 BAM, 5 dot, 7, 9. No gaps. That's not a gap hand anymore, because now we have the 5 dot. So probably what I would do here is pass 2. I'd say we're going to be an underdog here. I wouldn't do a high risk pass. We're going to do 2, 8, and 2 suits. Okay, we did not get keepers, but we do have 5, 7, 9. We have a lot of 5, 7, 9 in here. So I would say we would be an underdog on this hand. We have the 7 BAM, 5 dot, let's see, 5 crack, 8 crack. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 9 crack would be 5, 6, 7 discards. But we do have a hand with no gaps. So that was a tough one. Let's do new tiles and do another practice.
First Charleston.
practice. Okay, so for this one, we have a pair of 3 dots. When you get your dealt hand, always look for multiples and let that be your starting point. The multiples should drive the hand because in the end, you're going to need them. All the hands on the card use some multiple, whether it be pung kong or quint if you're playing a big hand. So if you start with the multiple, you're going to set yourself up for success for that hand. So for example, you can see here we have 6, 7, 8 in bams, 5, 8 in cracks, 2, 3, 5, 9 in dots. So most of our tiles are going to be maybe for the consecutive run category, 5 through 9. Let me just show you. So here's 6, 7, 8, 5, 8, and we're not picking a hand. We're just gathering tiles, which no matter how, what tactic you use, you're still going to be gathering tiles. So here we have 5 through 9 of some kind. There are 7 tiles. Let's see, 7 tiles. We're the dealer, so we have 14 tiles. We may or may not be able to use the dragons. So let's just say we keep those just to see how it goes. In consecutive run, the dragons match. So we'd be able to use the green dragon with bams and the white dragon with dots. And that would leave us with east, west, and 2 dot with a 3 dot pair. So that would be one way to play this hand. And we could do that and probably end up in an okay position with consecutive run. But we could also target the multiple, which is the way I prefer to play. I just think that is the nuance with American Mah Jongg. It's a game of multiples. So I would start with the 3 dot, and then I would keep tiles that can support it for whatever category we might play. So we might play little odds, 1, 3, 5. We have no 1, but I would still keep the 5s just in case. I would keep the 2 for 2, 3 consecutive run. We could even maybe use east and west with either way we go. We could maybe even play a year hand with the white dragon. So I think for the first one, we're going to target the multiple and see how we do. And we're going to pass the bigger tiles, 6 through 9. And then after this, we're going to replay with the same tiles, and we're going to focus on consecutive run and compare results. I call this exercise Charleston chain reaction, because every decision you make with the incoming passes affects the next. So it creates like a ripple effect, and it creates a chain reaction. You may start in one place and end somewhere completely unanticipated. You could have a surprise result. So let's see what happens. Let's pass 9 dots, set 8 crack with the 6 bam. We're collecting 2 through 5 probably. I'm going to use the dragons to separate the tiles. So right now we're passing 6, 8, 9, and we have a 7, 8 bam that are good discards. They're a little bit risky, but actually, you know, what we could do is maybe do 7, 8, 9, one of each suit, and be left with 6, 8. And that way, if we get all keepers, we'll have more to work with. So let's pass. We did not get keepers at all. So let's pass 8, 9, 6, which is what we were going to pass anyway. Okay, so let's see. We got a multiple now. Anytime you develop a new multiple, reassess. So here we have an 8 dot pair. We have 2, 3, 5, 6, 8. Those really cannot be used together. 5, 8 don't really go together. 2, 8 could go together. 2, 6, 8, but we have no 4. We have 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 6, 5 crack. I think I would let the 5 crack go. I would probably keep the white dragon and maybe let the green dragon go. All right, well, let's see what comes in. All right, now we have a north, and we have a 3 dot pung now. 3 dot pung. We almost have news. 3, 5, 2, 3 dragon here, 5 dot pair. If we get flowers and a 1 dot, we could maybe play the dragon hand, 4th one down under odds. I think what I would do here is break up the 8 dot and pass 6, 8, 9 and stick with 2, 3, 5. So we're going to keep
Second
going.
Charleston.
Let's pass 9, 8, 6. It's a little risky, but it's the best we can do with what we have left over. You want to focus on your own hand first. That's the top priority, your hand. And then whatever's remaining, the discards, that's where you pass defensively. You make a benign pass out of those tiles so that you're not helping your opponent, but you can do just the best you can with what you have. Sometimes it might mean a risky pass like this, and that's okay. That's part of the game. And typically the second Charleston, the passes are a little more risky than the previous Charleston because you have gathered more tiles that could be used to help you with hand development. We're going to pass. We got a west, so now there's a pair of wins, and we have a 2 dot. If we're gathering 2, 3, 4, 5 of some kind, we want to probably keep the 2. We could maybe play the concealed news hand. That's probably what I would focus on. News concealed. We have an extra 3 dot. All right, let's pass 8, 9. A little bit risky. I would not pass a white dragon here. I think I would either pass the 5 or the west. I think I would pass the west. All right, we have 4, 6, 5. And this was interesting because we have all 2 through 5 now, but it's a bit too long of a range. Typically, when you're working with consecutive run, you want 4 numbers around the multiple. If you look in the consecutive run category, there are 2 hands that span 5 numbers. The first hand with 2 options, 1 through 5 or 5 through 9. And then the second option is the 4th one down, single pair, pung, kong, kong, 5 numbers. Those are the only 3 out of that whole category. Otherwise, you're going to be using 2, 3, or 4 numbers in a range. So typically, I try to focus on 4 numbers, sometimes 5, depending on what you have. So in this case, we have almost news, 2 bam, 2, 3 and dots, pair 5. The 3 is a pung, if we can use that, not sure yet. And then we have 4, 5, 6 and cracks. This would be a very risky pass. I probably would not do that. So I would let something go here. I think what I would do here is probably let the 5 dot go, because we do have some potential for the concealed year hand. We've got no gaps, and it would leverage a pair of 3s. We want to, the multiple, whatever it is, that is the strength of the hand. So whatever you play, you want to try to use the multiples. In this case, it would be the 3 dot. So the 3 dot is driving the hand. So let's pass and see what we get.
Courtesy pass.
We got an east, a pair of east, which really is not so great. We do have a pair of 5 cracks now. Here's 5 dot, 9 dot, which we really don't need. So I would ask for 3, and I would give up the east. Let's see here, though. Hold on. Let's see. East. I was thinking maybe we could play east and west with the year under Winds and Dragons, 4th hand down on the right, but we have no flowers. That's a gap. We don't want to play a gap hand, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to pass 3. And I'm going to let the east go with a 9 and a 5 crack. We have, maybe we keep the 5 and let the 5 dot go, because there was a 4 crack going around. We could switch to the hand of least resistance, 2, 3 dot, 4, 5 crack, if it comes in. Let's see if we get the 4 crack. No, we did not. All right, so now we have here, let's just put it in order of the card. 2 bam, white dragon, almost news, 2, 3, concealed, year hand. So we would have really 4 discards with joker bait, the 5 crack pair. We don't need that 5 crack. So maybe during the game, around the middle of the game, 60 tiles remaining, we discard one of these, and an opponent will make an exposure with a joker, and then on our next turn, we do a joker exchange. That's what joker bait is. And I've got lots of videos on joker bait. Look for joker tactics in the skills and strategies matrix to see videos on joker tactics. Is that just a weakness? Yeah, we're missing a south. Well, it's technically, it is a weakness because we almost have news. If you think about news being a block, we do have representation of the wins, but we're short the south. I'm not too concerned about that though, because we could call it to win potentially. So I would say that yes, it is a weakness for sure. And this is a tough hand because in there we have singles and pairs. So this is a 30-point hand. The value of the hand is directly related to the difficulty level. So this is a harder hand. So we would be swimming upstream on this one. But for comparison, I'm going to say that we are playing the concealed news hand. We have, I would say, no gaps aside from that south, which I think we would draw or be ready to win on, hopefully. We would have 4 discards plus joker bait. So we would be an underdog on this one. We've got 6 discards. So we're going to replay this. And instead of focusing on the 3 dot, which is what our multiple is, we're going to
First
focus
Charleston.
on consecutive runs 6, 7, 8, 9, or 5 through 9. So let's break it out. We'll put them in order here. We want to keep the 5 through 9. That's a range of 5 numbers. So we're probably going to play a mixed suit hand, I would guess. So let's break up the 3 past the east and the 2. We're going to try for 5 through 9 now. And we're just going to gather. Here's a 9, here's an 8, and another 8. We have discards, so we really don't even have to pick a hand yet. We're just going to keep going. Okay, we've got a 9 crack, and we have east. I try not to pass 2 wins. Either one would be okay to pass, but I would not pass both. And let's see, we have 6, 7, 8, 5, 9, 5 crack, 8. That 5 crack is isolated, so I probably would pass that. And even the 5 dot is isolated. So here I probably pass the 5 crack and the white dragon. So while you're trying to identify tiles to pass, look for isolated tiles, because we would need a 6, 7 to connect us to that pair of 8 cracks if we were going to play some kind of consecutive hand with the 5. And even if we used mixed suit 5 crack, 6 bam, we don't have another 7 or a 4. So it's an isolated tile, which makes it useless. So you want to look for tiles that are useless based on the strength of the hand. So we have east 5 crack, white dragon. That's what we're passing. I would give up the white dragon because I want to optimize our potential to gather tiles. And I wouldn't pick a hand here, not yet, because we could probably play several things, but it's not strong enough yet. Even though we have 2 multiples, we have an 8 crack pair and a 9 dot pair. We need more to help us. I suppose we could play 8, 9, 8, 9, 6th hand down under consecutive run, and that is a hand of least resistance. So there is potential there, but we really don't have to pick a hand till we run out of discards, and we still have discards. I would say the 5 dot and the west would be the discards, clear discards right now. Okay, now here we have a 7 bam, and here's an 8 crack now. 8 crack, 9 bam. We have 6, 7, 8, pair 7, 8 crack pung, 9 crack, 8 dot, 9 dot pair. And we have 3 tiles to pass for sure. I would definitely keep going.
Second Charleston.
I don't think so. No, we're not frozen. Okay, so I would not pass 2 wins. We have 6, 7 bam, 8, 9 dot. If we get a 5 bam, we could play that 4th hand down. We could do 8, 9, 8, 9, pung kong. I think I would let the 8 bam go. 8 bam. We're hoping for a 5 bam right now. Or we could play 8, 9, 8, 9. We got a flower. Wow, that's kind of shocking. And guess what? We could play pair flowers 7, 8, 9. That would leverage all the multiples. Do you see that? 5th hand down on the right, mixed suit kongs. 7, 8, 9. East green can go. I think I would do it. We have a hand with no gaps. Oh my gosh, now we have a 6 bam. 6 bam, 7, 8, 8. That would be the second hand from the bottom. 6, 7 pair, pung pung with 8s. We have north and west for passing. So we would really have to make a choice here. I think what I would do is pass 2 and risk passing northwest because we've got 2 strong potentials, no gaps.
Courtesy pass.
We don't need 5, 6. So I would pass all 3 and I would even risk passing 5, 6 because we have 2 potential hands with no gaps. Okay, so we did get 9 crack 1, 2. So I'm going to use the flower to separate the discards. So we have 3 discards with joker bait, 1, 2 dot, 9 crack with a pair of 6 bams. If we play 7, 8, 9, mixed suit kongs, 5th hand down on the right under consecutive run, 3 discards with joker bait, much better than the other hand, the year hand, which was very challenging. Or we could play 6, 7, 8, 8, in which case we have the same result. 3 discards with a pair we don't need, which is the 9 dot. So with these particular tiles and the way the robots passed, the consecutive run hand had better results. So I challenge you to do these Charleston modeling exercises on your own because they really help. And compare your results. If you have 4 discards after the Charleston, I would say you would be a contender. If you have more than 4 discards, you would be an underdog. If you have less than 4 discards, you would be a front runner. And the level of risk that you take playing the game from that point forward relates to your position. So if you are an underdog, you're going to take low risks. If you are a contender, you're going to take moderate risks. And if you are a front runner, you're going to play to win regardless of risk. You're just going to run hard and fast so that you can complete your hand before anybody else has a chance to further develop their hand. If you're a front runner, you can take those risks. And there's no guarantee. These are just kind of guidelines. So I hope that helps. We're going to stop the exercises and we're going to play with robots now. So let me share my screen again. Let's see, here it is. So here's how you play with robots up at the top. We're going to play with intermediate robots. So I'm going to launch the game. And then I'm going to share my screen again because it opens a new tab. Kind of wish it didn't do that, but that's okay. All right. No, we don't want to be invited to any games. Okay. How's everyone doing? Does anybody have any questions about hands of least resistance? Any shape with 2 pungs and 2 kongs, that is a hand of least resistance. And I'm going to put a link in the video description for these. I got them on Amazon. They're called sticky notes. The reason I found these is because I was teaching somebody, given a refresher course, and she forgot what hand she was playing, and so we had to look at the card, and I would point to it, and I thought, okay, maybe these highlighters would be helpful. But the challenge is you don't want to play with highlighters when you're playing with other people. It's best to have a clean card, because sometimes people can make assumptions based on any highlighters that you have on your card. So be mindful of that. I think it's a good idea to use them at home for practice, but they can become a crutch. So you need to be careful and train yourself to remember what hand you're playing or what options you're having. It's just another way to exercise critical thinking. But I think temporarily and on occasion, they're helpful.
First
So that's
Charleston.
the disclaimer with highlighters. All right, so let's see what we have here. A flower, east and west, 156 in BAMs, 1458 in cracks, 578 in dots. We have a pair of sevens. So what predominant pattern do you see here? And what category would you gather for? Quickly put it in the comment section or in the chat. Is there anything in particular that you would target here? Consecutive run, target sevens. Good job, Wes. That's what I would do. Okay, so let's consecutive run, target sevens. Yes. Okay, so we're going to do 7 dot. That is where you start. That's the waypoint, really. That's the driving force. But we could maybe do something with 5, 6, 7, 8. There's even a hand of least resistance right there. 5, 6 bam pung kong, 7, 8 dot pung kong. But I would still hold every 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't think I would hold the 4 though, because we would need 4, 5, 6, 7, and we don't have a 6 dot. So we could do, for example, 4, 5 crack, 6 dot, 7 dot, but that's a gap, no 6 dot. And we need tiles to pass, so I would let the 4 crack go. Okay, we've got a 9 dot. So now we have 5, 7, 8, 9, 5, 8 in cracks, 5, 6 in BAMs, and we have tiles we can pass, so we don't need to pick a hand. Okay, now 5 dot. We've got odd potential now. 5, 6 in BAMs, 5, 7, 8, 9 in dots. We have a pair of ones. That pair of ones could work if we get a 3 crack for the first odd hand on the right. 1 crack, 3 crack, 5 BAMs, 7, 9 in dots. But we have no 3, so I would break it up. We're not keeping the 1 crack because we have no 3. So we could do 5, 6, 7, 8, no gaps. We could do 5, 7, bam, 7, 9 dot, but we have no 7. Probably I would let let's see, would I pass this? That's pretty risky. 1, 5, 8. We're going to do it. That's pretty risky though. Oh, look, we got a 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. Oh, wow. Look at, what about the concealed consecutive hand, or the concealed odd hand is what I meant. We're going to
Second
keep
Charleston.
going. West 1 can go. I'm thinking maybe we could play 1, 3, 5 concealed. We would have to throw away the 7 dot. So we would have to throw away 6 bam, 7, 8. Oh, no, we need 1 tile. We need to pass 1 tile here. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 pung kong, second hand down on the right, or the concealed hand. I think we need to let the 5 dot go. We have 2 potential hands with no gaps. Okay, let's see what happens. We got the 1 bam. Oh, and we have tiles we can pass, so we don't have to pick a hand. Oh, we got the 8 dot and a 3 bam. Oh, we don't need the 3 bam. We really don't need the 3 bam if we're playing that concealed hand. So at this point, we need to make a choice. 1, 3, 5 concealed or 5, 6, 7, 8. And I say we go with the hand of least resistance. So let's pass the 9 dot.
Courtesy pass.
All right, now we definitely have tiles to pass because we're playing a hand of least resistance. So we're gonna keep the 1 bam for joker bait. We're playing 5, 6, 7, 8, pung kong, hand of least resistance for ease, flexibility, and it's indestructible. So we're gonna pass west 3, 5. Okay, we didn't get any keepers. We have 5 discards with joker bait. So let's see what happens. This will be a good demonstration of how this works and why it works. So let's throw the south. We're going to be an underdog because we've got 5 discards with joker bait. We're the dealer though, so we have an extra tile. So technically we have 4 discards with joker bait. Either way, we're still an underdog. So we need to take low risks. We need to mitigate the risk until we get ourselves into a better position.
South. Call. Flower.
Okay, now there's an exposure with a joker.
Soap.
We don't need flowers, so we're going to let it go now.
Flower. Flower.
Okay. We don't need the flower.
West.
Wow, look at the flowers.
Call. 3 bam.
Yeah, we have 2 dragons. We have 2 robots playing wind hands. Okay, so let's pass or let's ignore this 3 bam.
5 crack.
Okay, we don't need that.
3 bam.
Don't need that. Okay, west, joker exchange. Thank
Joker
you.
swap.
Okay, so now we have a joker to help us with our hand of least resistance. Maybe we can use that for the 8 if it goes down. We could Kong. All right, now let's let the 9 crack go.
9 crack. Call. 3 dot.
Oh, joker's up for grabs over here on the left. Okay, 1 dot. We definitely don't need
1
that.
dot. 5 dot.
We're good there.
9 bam.
Nope.
3 dot.
We don't need 3 dot. 9 dot. 9 dot. Well, there's 7, 8, 9. Let's let the 1 crack
1 crack.
go.
3 crack.
Okay, we don't need
7
that.
crack.
So we can throw that
9
down.
dot.
We're good there. 9 dot. Let's see. Let's let the 3 crack
crack.
go.
1 crack.
We're good there. We don't need 1. We're looking
7
for 5,
bam.
6, 7, 8 bams and dots.
9 bam.
Nope. Okay. Let's see. Let's let the 8 crack
8
go.
crack. 5 bam.
That's a pung for us. We're going to call it because we have a hand with no gaps. Pung.
Call.
Okay, now let's let the 6 crack
6
go.
crack. 4 bam.
This 9 dot is a discard. We'll ignore the 4 bam.
5 dot.
We're playing 5, 6 pung kong. We don't need that.
Soap.
Hopefully we'll draw a south or a 9 crack. Oh, look, we got a keeper. 6 bam. So let's throw the 9 dot.
9 dot. 4 crack.
Let's say we're a contender at this point. There's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 discards. And we have 1 discard and joker bait and a hand with no gaps. And it's a hand of least resistance. So I'd say we've put ourselves in the middle of the pack by now. Let's see what happens.
3 bam. 7 crack.
6 dot. We do not want that.
6 dot.
We're
2
playing
bam.
5, 6, 7, 8.
9 dot.
No, we're good.
East.
We need a 9 crack or a
Call.
south.
2 crack.
Oh, goodness. East and west.
5 bam.
That's
Joker swap. Red.
Oh, my goodness. They go so fast.
Call. 1 bam.
Okay, so north and south with dragons. We don't know what the player on the right is doing yet.
1 crack.
Nobody wanted the 1 bam, so that'll be a discard. Okay, so all
4
these
bam.
are-
Joker swap.
I don't
2
think
dot.
anybody wants these.
2 crack. 1 crack.
We got a joker.
6 dot. Soap.
Okay, I'd say that we're in the middle of the middle game, and we have 2 discards. So I'd say we're
4 crack.
probably maybe even amongst the front runners.
East,
But we've got 2 players with 2 exposures. And we don't necessarily know what the player on our right is doing yet.
7 bam, flower,
They could be doing east and west with a run, but we don't know what run it is. Or they could be doing news, all news, the first wind hand, but likely not because of the Kong of Souths.
2 dot, flower,
Oh, 2 dot, nobody wanted.
2 dot, 2 dot,
We don't need that.
6 dot,
We're looking for a 9 crack or a red dragon for exchange.
4 dot,
It'd be nice if we could. We really don't need any more jokers because we're set. We can Kong the 6 bam, Pong the 7, and Kong the 8. We've got the jokers we need. North. That is going to be a risky tile. We're still in the middle game though, so I would risk it.
north, call, 8 crack,
So they weren't ready yet, but now they probably are. They're probably about ready now.
joker swap, soap,
Uh-oh.
1 bam,
Now this
8
is where
crack,
this would be a very high risk discard.
1 dot, 5 dot,
Darn it.
1 bam, 6 bam,
Oh, let's call.
call, 2 bam,
Shoot.
3 bam,
We have this green dragon, and Joe needs it for Mahjong, probably.
8 dot,
Darn it. Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm gonna go for it. Kong.
green, Mahjong,
I knew it. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I just gotta play to win. I was hoping they weren't ready, but that was very risky. But we got ready to win. The player on our left has our 7 dots. So yes, I should not have done that. Don't do that. Okay, let's start a new game.
first Charleston,
I just wanted to win. It's just in our nature. We want to win. Okay, so now let's see. We have a very challenging. Oh my gosh, I feel bad. Don't do what I just did. Okay, let's see here. We have 1 bam, 4, 6 and cracks, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8 and dots, east and south. I'd let the winds go here. So if we have our predominant pattern as 2, 4, 6, 8, probably, we definitely don't need the 1. We just need 1 more discard here. We could maybe play 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 2, 4, 6, 8. But the 2, 4, 6, 8 is all chopped up. So probably what I would do is let the 2 dot go and just see what happens. We've got winds. Here's a 1 dot and a green. Oh, I just wonder if these winds are going to keep coming. We have 4, 5, 7, 8, 6, 7. Let's let the 4 crack go. I just wonder if winds are going to continue to come. Okay, so we have a 5 dot pair. Maybe we could play the news concealed hand and leverage this 5 dot that showed up here, right there. 5, 6, 5, 6, pair 5. We have ooze. Okay, let's throw 7, 8, 4. That's a bit risky. Okay, now here we have 5 bam. All right, let's see. Let's see. We have to make choices here. Let's keep going.
second Charleston,
5, 8, and then I would throw the 6 crack. I would not pass like numbers. Okay, we've got the north, so now we have news and we can pass. Let's see, we're going across. So we have to pass. I would not pass a flower. Okay, now we have tiles we can pass.
courtesy pass,
Okay, we've got winds, east and west. Now here's 5, 6, 7. We have east and west paired up. Let's see here. I would go with multiples, news. Maybe play the news hand, fifth one down. So what I would do probably here is pass 3 and break up the 5.
9 dot.
Okay, so we have 4 discards and a hand with no gaps, so I'd say we're a contender on this one. So we can take moderate
Flower.
risk.
Flower.
Oh, and now the flowers are going down.
9 crack.
So
8 crack.
we can, all we really need in here are flowers, and we can use
So.
jokers.
7
'Cause
bam.
that's a Kong of flowers for that hand. That's the 5th hand down under wins.
9 dot. 3 bam. 1 crack.
So let's see if
4
we can
crack.
gather wins. There's 1.
5 dot.
We don't
Tall.
really need
West.
that though. Okay, now that is a pung for us, and I would call it.
Call.
Okay, let's let the 8 bam
8
go.
bam.
We have an extra
5 crack.
east, unless we switch to the first hand. Kong, pung, pung, Kong. That is a hand of least resistance. So maybe we switch
Flower.
there. We're trying to demonstrate hands of least resistance, and that is 1.
7 crack.
And we wouldn't need flowers since the robots
So,
are freely
6
throwing
crack.
them. We might as well let it go as well.
5 bam.
We can keep it for a little while.
2 crack.
Red dragon, we definitely don't
Red.
need that.
7 crack. 5 crack. 5 crack.
We don't need that. We don't need white
So.
dragons.
4 bam.
Nope.
6 bam. North.
Okay, now that we would need to, if we're playing the first hand, we would need to Kong that with our only jokers. I don't think I would do it. I think, oh, but the flowers, there are 3 out. We have 1, that's 4. There are only 4 flowers left. So let's go ahead and call and Kong.
Call.
And then we'll let the flower go. So
4
we're
bam.
playing the first hand of least resistance, Kong, pung, pung, Kong. And we can use any number of jokers. All we
South.
need is the south.
Joker swap. East.
We're going to need jokers. We just got
5
one.
bam. 6 bam.
So we just need 1 more.
7
There's
bam.
1 south out.
1 bam.
We don't need
Green.
that.
2 dot. Call. 5 dot.
2 jokers
Red.
are up for grabs. The 2 dot and the north.
4 dot. West.
Nope. We're
So,
good there. We need
9
south.
bam. 3 bam. 9 dot. Green.
It'd be nice to get a 2 dot or a
8
north for
crack.
joker exchange.
Green. Green.
We're good.
9 bam.
Okay, we're going
8
towards
bam.
the end of the middle game right now. 51 tiles left.
6
We
crack.
have 1 discard.
Red.
If we can be ready to win
9
by the end of
crack.
the 3rd wall, which is in 2 picks, that would be really
Joker swap.
nice.
3 crack.
Somebody got our north. We have a 2 dot up for grabs still. Okay, 9 crack is out. 2 crack is not out yet. Let's throw
2
that.
crack. 9 bam.
Okay.
9 crack.
Okay, 1 more pick and then we'll be in the end game.
5 crack.
3 bam. That was just thrown here. Let's throw the 2 9 cracks
3
are
bam.
out.
8 crack.
Okay, so now we're going into
1
the end
crack.
game. I try to be ready to win by the end of the
8
3rd
crack.
wall. If you can, that's nice, but you know, it's not required, but it's a good goal.
9 dot.
We didn't make
8
it on
dot.
this one.
Call. 1 crack.
Okay, now there's another joker for grabs. 8 dot. We got the south.
9
Now we're
crack.
ready to win.
7 crack.
Ready to win almost at the end of the 3rd wall, just 1 pick in. So we got pretty close. We're ready to win on a south.
Flower.
And of course, everybody's going to know what we need to win. So we might need a joker.
Flower.
We got it. Mahjong. Redemption.
Mahjong.
That would be a redemption hand. So we have pung kong, hand of least resistance. And jokers help. They helped us get there. They helped us get there with the north. We used 2 jokers there. They got swapped out, and then we picked 1 up in the chart during the pick and discard phase, and then picked our winning tile, our ready tile. Okay, here
First
we go.
Charleston.
Next game. All right, now here we have a pair of white dragons and a pair of 7 bams, 7 bam. So the only way we could use that would be to play 5, 7, 7, 9 with cracks and bams. Basically, we would need a 9 crack and we have a gap. So probably what I would do here is hold the sevens and the dragons for maybe like numbers, and then start there and pass 3, 5. 3, 5. Okay, here we go. We got a 9 bam. Maybe if we get a 5 crack, we can do 5, 7 in cracks with a 7, 9 in bams. Here's another dragon. 1, 4 can go. Gosh, at this point, it'd be kind of nice to have a 2, because we could maybe switch to a year hand with dragons. Let's pass the 9 bam. Keep that 3 dot, because now there's a green dragon. Oh, here's a 5. 5, 7 dragon. Now, oh shoot, now I wish we had kept that 9. Okay, we can't, no shoulda, coulda, woulda here. Let's keep going. Okay, now here's 5, 6, 7 dragon. All right, we're gonna have to make some choices here. We could play east and west with dragons. That is a hand of least resistance too. But we would have to pass 5, 6, 7. The other thing we could do is break up the east-west and the white dragon, and then break up the 5 bam and play 6, 7 dragon with flowers. That is a pair with three kongs. It's a little bit better than throwing or passing 5, 6, 7 in one suit. Or we could do east and west with dragons. We need to no. We need to kong the east-west. Okay, so I think we should keep going.
Second Charleston.
And I think we should break up the dragon, the 5, and a wind, and play 6, 7. Oh, look, we got the 9. Okay, let's pass 4, 2, and the east. This white dragon can go. Maybe we'll get the 9 bam back, and then we could play the 4th hand down under odds, 5, 7, 9. Let's see if we can get the 9 bam back.
Courtesy pass.
No, but we did get a 5. I would not pass 2 with dragons together like that. Oops. Oh, good. We only do 2. I tried to click 2, but I accidentally clicked 3. Thankfully, oh, did I pick 2? I don't know.
Flower.
Okay, we did not get the 9 bam back. All right, so we could do 5, 6 dragon, or 6, 7 dragon, or we could do 5, 7, 9 dragon. We'd have to throw away one of the dragons. We only need a pair there. So let's play it out and see how it goes. I would say we're probably a contender on this one. So we take moderate risk. We'll throw the west.
Flower.
Another hand just showed up. 5, 7 bam, pung, pung, with pungs of 9s. This would be pair, pair. 4 flowers, pair, pair, pung, pung. This is the 6 hand down under odds. 5, 7 bam with pungs of 9s.
Flower. 1 dot.
And look at the flowers out again. Okay, let's let the white dragon go.
4 crack.
So here's the 5, 7, 9, 9 hand. Oops. There. 5, 7, 9, 9 basically is what that would be. 5, 7, 9, 9. We'd have to throw away a pung of dragons. Maybe we could keep the pair of dragons and the 9 bam, and that gives us 2 discards for 2 different hands. So we're kind of in between, but we've got options. So I would say we should move to big odds, 4th hand down or 6th hand down. Okay, let's see what happens. 4 crack with jokers up there.
3 crack.
5 crack, we don't need
5
that.
crack. 5 bam.
Okay, now here we kind of have to make a choice. We really don't have a choice though, because we would need pung pair. Or no, we need to Kong or leave it as a pair. So we're playing the 4th hand down on the right under odds or the 6th hand down under odds. Let's ignore.
Red.
Or we had to.
2 bam.
We got the 9 bam. So we have 5, 7, 9 dragon. Let's let the 6 bam go.
6 bam. Call. 5 dot.
Okay, so we have a player, Joe Curtis, is playing 2, 4, 6, 8 pung kong.
Call. South. 3 dot.
We need really flowers, and then we have the 9 crack as joker bait if we play 5, 7, 9 dragon.
4 dot.
We got a flower. Let's go ahead and commit to the 4th hand down on the right.
Green. 1 crack.
Because now we have our pair. We need a joker for the 5 bam.
4 bam. 3 bam.
I'd say we're still a contender. Oh, look what came in though. I would switch to the 5, 7, 9, 9 hand because we could pung both 9s. And we have our pairs. We just need one good pick for the flower. So we're back down to the 6th hand down. I'd go for that. We're going to go for it.
Green. East.
If that makes
7
you
crack.
cringe, right? Hashtag cringe.
Call. South.
Okay, there's a joker up for grabs over here.
6 crack.
Now, they could be doing 5, 6, 7 with bams, the 6 bam, or they could be playing 5, 7, 9. So we need to let the 9 bam go.
5 bam.
Okay, that's a pair for us. We got the
9
flower.
bam. 1 bam.
All right, now we're set for that hand. 6th hand down on the right.
South. 1 crack. 9 bam. 3 crack.
Okay, so either way, this player on the right is going to need. Now, you know what? They could be playing 4 dot, 5 dot, pung kong, 6 crack, 7. They could be playing 4, 5, 6, 7 pung kong.
North. 9 crack.
Okay, we're going to call. I'd say we've moved up
Call.
to front runner position.
Green. 2 bam.
And we have the potential for a pure hand here.
Soap. North. 2 crack. North.
They weren't ready for it. 3, 4, okay.
8 crack. 4 bam.
Oops, I want to throw the 2.
2 crack.
Joe
9
Curtis
bam.
needs that 2 crack, I think.
2 bam. 8
We're looking
crack.
for a 9 dot or a flower. 1 crack should be safe.
4 dot. Mah Jongg.
Oh, darn. Where? Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All right, well, we got very close to a pure hand. So 4, 5, 6, 7, pung kong. It could have also have been 5, 6, 7 with bams or 5, 7, 9 with bams. All right, let's keep going.
First Charleston.
We have a spread. This would be called a spread. No multiples, but I see a predominant pattern here of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 of some kind, probably. So I'd throw 9, 7, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of some kind. Trust the system, trust the process. Okay, here's 3 crack pair. Now we target the pair. The 3 crack, that's our strength now. We have south, 7, 8. Those can go. We might be able to play a year hand here. Now there's 2, 3. Let's let the 8 go. We have 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. No flowers. I think I would throw the 5. Let's see, 2, 3. And probably this 4. Okay. We have, let's see, we want to keep going. We have discards
Second
still.
Charleston.
5 red, 4, let's say. Okay, now there's another 3 crack. The 8 and the dragon can go. So we have 2, 3. I'm thinking maybe the first year hand. I would play a year hand probably here. 3 dot. East 6 can go. We have 2, 3, 2, 3, pung kong, hand of least resistance. Third hand from the bottom under consecutive run. Or we could maybe play the second year hand if we get a flower.
Courtesy pass.
Here's a 2, 3 now. 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3, pung kong. We still have some potential here for a year hand. So I probably would just pass 2.
Flower.
No keepers, but we have 2 discards and a couple of hands. I'd say really we have probably 4 discards because we're in between consecutive run and a year hand. So either way, we probably are an under, maybe a contender because we've got 3 multiples. If we play pung kong, we would have 5 discards. That would make us an underdog. Let's just see how this develops. We're going to put these in order though. Oh, this white dragon, we're going to hold that because it could be a year tile for us.
Flower.
And
so
of course the flowers, white dragons are going
north.
down.
5 bam. Flower.
No.
East.
Okay, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Let's let the 6 dot
6
go.
dot.
I would
Green.
love to try to play the big year hand, but we have too many 3s.
Flower.
4 flowers are out. Okay, we have 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 2, 3, 5.
5 bam.
I think the 5s
5
need
dot.
to go.
South.
We're good there.
1 bam.
Oh, 9 crack.
9 crack. Call. 7 bam.
Okay, we're gonna let
8
that go.
crack.
9 bam. We can let
9
that go.
bam. 6 bam.
All right, 6 bam.
Call.
We don't need
6
that.
dot.
Oh, jokers. 2 jokers are up for grabs. 9 crack and 6 bam. We don't need 7.
7 crack. 9 bam.
Oh, no.
5 bam.
We're looking for, let's see, 2, 3, 2, 3. If we can get a flower, we might even be able to play the second pair hand.
6 crack.
Under singles and pairs.
9 bam. 3 dot.
Okay. We're not ready to call anything here.
East.
If we played pung kong, this would be the 6th hand down under consecutive run. We would need to Kong.
Joker swap. Green.
Oh, we got a joker. The 5 crack.
5 crack.
Go.
6
All right,
crack.
so now we have to make some choices here. We have a joker. I'm thinking 2, 3, 2, 3 cracks and bams. Let the dragon go and use the 2 dot as joker bait. 2, 3, 2, 3, hand of least resistance. Pung the 2 crack, Kong the 3 crack, pung the 2 bam, or Kong the 3 bam. We're 1 away from set with this hand of least resistance.
8 bam. Call. Green.
Ooh, look at that. 3 jokers up for grabs. Let's see if we can get one. We got one.
Joker swap.
Okay, now 2 dot can go. Now they're probably playing 2, 4, 6, 8 and 2 suits.
2 dot.
Oh,
1 dot.
that was a little bit scary. Okay, so we're probably a contender, if not a front runner now, because we're in the middle of the middle game in 1 pick, and we have a discard and joker bait.
1 bam.
I'd say
4
we're
dot.
probably a front runner now. Let's let the white dragon go.
North. 1 bam. 5 crack.
We're good. 7 dot. We can let
7 dot. Call. West.
Okay, west.
3 dot.
Out. We don't want that.
Mahjong.
Oh, someone got Mahjong done. 2, 4, 6, 8, Hong Kong. At least we didn't throw it. Oh my gosh, I've done that enough this round. Okay, so we got close. 1 discard with joker bait. I thought maybe we would be a front runner, but somebody was even ahead of us. The other two players, 8-9, 8-9, Pung Kong, same hand, but they have 4 discards. To the right, they're playing like numbers with 7s, and they have 2 discards in Joker bait. So I'd say we were right behind this winner. Okay,
First
here we go.
Charleston.
Let's see. We have a Pung of 4s and a pair of 8s. So we could maybe try for an even hand, but the tiles are really not gelling. We have a lot of evens, but we also have 3, 4, 5, 6, which is consecutive run, and it's much more flexible to play that category. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4 crack pair or Pung. Whatever we do, we need to use this 4 crack. 4 crack. The only way to use a Pung of 4 cracks with a pair of 8 cracks would be to play the 1 suit hand, 3rd one down on the left. We have enough discards to keep it, but I would hold the 5, 6 and this 3, 4. We do have a hand here with no gaps. 3, 4, 5, 6, Pung Kong, Pung Kong. That's a hand of least resistance. So let's pass to 7, 4. Okay, we've got a 4, 5. Here's 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Here's 7, 8, 2, 9 can go. All right, now I would not pass this. That would be very risky. I would not do that. We don't even really know what hand we're playing yet. I would probably break up the 8 and stick with 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, Pung Kong, hand of least resistance. I would probably pass that 7. We have 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Let's just see, 5, 6. No, we really don't need that. 7, 8, 5, 6, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so here's more 3, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 2 discards. We're going to keep going. 8 white. I would throw it right now. Okay, so we have all 3 through 6 in here. So we need to start. We need to let something go. With 3, 4 crack, 5, 6 bam, Pung Kong, second hand down on the right. That is a hand of least resistance. So that's probably what I would focus on. Let's see what we get. Okay, we have a 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. West 1, 6 can go. So we're looking at 3, 4, 3, 4. Here's a 2, 3, 4 now. And let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a Pung in there. 7, 9 can go. We could still do 2, 3, 4, 5, or I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pung Kong, but we also have 2, 3, 4, 1 suit Kongs, 5th hand down on the left. Probably what I would do here is let one of the dots go. We have 2, 3, 4, single pair Pung. We could do 2, 3, 4, 5 if we get a red dragon. Maybe let the 4 dot go.
Courtesy pass.
Oh, we got the 4 dot. Darn it. Okay, let's pass 3. No keepers. Okay, so we're going to use this flower here. We have all 2 through 6. 1 clear discard. So
Green.
throw it.
Flower.
We have probably 5 discards, so I'd say we're going to be an underdog, no matter how you slice it.
3 bam.
We're good.
Soap.
We are swimming upstream. Oh, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we have to let something go. Let's let the 2 dot
2
go.
dot. Soap. 1
We
bam.
get a red dragon, we might be able to do the concealed
9
band,
crack.
but we'd have to throw away a 4. Oh, 2 dot
2
is
dot.
already out.
West. 7 dot. North.
Oh, 3 bam, we let go of.
3
It's already
bam.
out.
8 bam.
We're good there.
4 dot. South.
No, we're good there. 8 bam, we clearly don't need that.
8 bam. 1 bam.
Don't need a 1
South.
bam. South can go.
8 crack.
Okay, we got the red dragon. Let's let the dots go.
3 dot. 3 dot.
So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6 dragon. Maybe we could play that concealed
8 bam.
hand under consecutive run.
4 bam. 3 bam. 5 dot. 6 dot. Call. Red.
That's our tile, but we're concealed. Oh, here's 5, 6. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crack. 2. We could still do 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 dot is out. Let's throw
5
that.
dot. 6 crack.
And a 6 dot is out and a pung.
9
Our
dot.
6 crack went down.
1 crack.
A flower.
6 dot. 9
So
dot.
I'm thinking we focus on 1 suit. That's our predominant pattern.
East.
We could maybe do 3, 4 dragon. We've got our pair. That would be the 3rd hand down.
North.
We just got 5, 6 though. We could do 3, 4, 5, 6. We're kind of in between. Let's let the 6 crack go.
6 crack. 2 crack.
We have 2, 3, 4, 5. We would need that, but we're playing concealed. I think the easiest, most efficient hand would be 3, 4, 5, 6. But we are closer to the concealed hand, and we have 3 of 4 pair that we need. We need a red dragon still. So let's wait. Well, of course, we can't call the 2 anyway. We just need to wait.
West. 1 dot.
We're good there. We don't need south.
South. 7 crack. Green. East.
No, we don't need
9
that
crack. 8 crack. Call. North. 2 bam.
All right, let's see. If we get a 3 crack or a 5 bam, we should play the hand of least resistance. Okay, we got a 7. Don't need
7
that.
bam. 4 bam. 3 dot.
Okay, we're coming to the end of the 3rd wall here.
1 bam.
We don't need green dragon.
Green. 7 bam. 2 dot. Call. 5 crack.
Okay, 2, 6, pung, pung. So they're playing 2, 4, 5, 6, or 2, 4, 6, 8, pung, kong, pung, kong. There's a joker up for grabs there. Okay, we can't call that. That would be a keeper for the concealed hand. We've got a 3. So now I would not play the concealed hand. Let's let the 2 crack go.
2 crack. 9
So
bam.
I'm thinking 3, 4, 5, 6, or 3, 4 dragon. 3, 4 dragon, or 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in between the 3rd hand down on the left under consecutive run, or the 2nd hand down on the right.
Flower.
We're good there.
2 crack.
East, we don't need that.
East. 9 bam.
All right,
7 dot. 5 bam.
that's our tile, but we're not ready for it. Oh, we got a 5 crack. That's even another hand. 3, 4, 5 kongs. 5th hand down on the left. Let's give up on the 5 bam.
5 bam. 1 crack.
We could still do 3, 4 dragon, but there's 1 dragon out already.
3 dot. 4 crack.
Let's call.
Call.
We'll let the 6 bam
6
go.
bam. Call. Red.
Oh, I was hoping we would get a joker out of that. All right, so red dragon, that's the 2nd one out. So I would let that go because we would need
9
2
bam.
jokers. So we're going to do 3, 4, 5 Kong. All Kongs. There's the
Red.
joker.
9 bam. 2 crack.
So we need to Kong the 3 and the 5.
Red.
We're in the end game. Oh, white dragon's
So.
out.
2 bam. East. South.
A flower. That was just thrown.
Flower. Flower. 4 bam. 1 bam.
9 dot. There are 2. Actually, the 6 bam. There are 3 out in a pung.
9 dot. Soap. 4 bam.
We're going to try to play to win.
5 bam.
North. Nobody's playing wins.
6 bam. 7 crack. 5 bam. 9 dot.
1 dot. Okay, I do not see any 1 dots. This would be for the player on our right. Oh, there's one right there. It's still a little risky.
1 dot. Joker.
Okay, somebody
8
just
bam.
switched to defense
Mah
there.
Jongg.
Oh, we have a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. MAHJLIFE resistance. These are the easiest hands on the card. No shame, though. No shame in that game. We got 1 away from 3, 4, 5 Kongs. All right, let's go again.
First Charleston.
Hopefully we'll get to do 2 more hands. So here we have another spread. Wide spread. North, green, 1, 2, 4, 6 in bams. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8 in cracks. 1, 5 in dots. If this were my hand, well, wait, let me ask you guys what you would do. What category would you focus on here? Write it in chat. And if you're watching the repost, write it in the comment section below. If this were my hand, I know what I would do. I know I would throw away the north for sure, and probably the green. And then at this point, we would need to choose 1, 2, or 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. We have way more 4, 5, 6 than 1, 2. So I would play 4, 5, 6. So I would let one of these go. Low end, 1 through 5. 1, we have no 3. That would be a gap. Probably we could keep all and let the 8 go. Okay, let's sort. Now we have a new multiple. So this is where you completely reassess. We have a 2 crack. So that is where I would restart the hand, reassess, 2 crack. With a 2 crack, we could do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 dragon, 1 through 5. We have no 8, so I wouldn't play 2, 4, 6, 8. I'd probably keep this 1 dot. 1, 2, we could maybe stretch up to 4. We need to pass tiles though, so I think I would stop there. Okay, good job everybody. Okay, now here we picked up an 8 bam and a 6 crack. So we have a 6 crack pair now. So we have 2, 6 paired up. We have a 2, 4, 8 as well. Red dragon I would let go. Can't use a red dragon all by itself with these particular tiles. So I think I would let the 1 dot go. We do have some potential for a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand, but it's not looking very good with 2, 6. It's just not working. The 2, 4, 8 might work. I think what I would do here is let the 5 dot go. All right, now we're looking a little bit better for 2, 4, 6, 8 of some kind. We have 2, 6 though. That's really not helpful. We have 2, 4, 6, 8 in bams. 2, 4, 6, 8 in bams. Okay, we should definitely keep going.
Second Charleston.
So we have 2, 4, 6, 8 of some kind coming in here. That can go. I would not pass like numbers, so something here has to go. We have 2, 4, 6. That is partly hand of least resistance, third hand down on the right, but we have a gap, no 8 crack. Maybe we'll get it back. Let's let the 2 crack go. So now we have 6, 7. We can let the south go with the 3 and this 1. We have an 8 dot. 8.152 can go. So it looks like we may be able to play the fourth hand down under evens.
Courtesy pass.
We have a gap though. No, we have no four crack. Let's see. So we have 2, 4, 6, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5. We do have a lot of 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 4, 5, 3. I would only pass 2, I think. Actually, we probably could let that 7 go. 6, 7. 6 crack pung. It'd be nice if we can get a 4 crack. Let's pass 3.
Flower.
Okay, we did not get keepers here. So we're going to be an underdog. We don't know what hand we're playing yet. We have 3 clear discards. Really, this 2 we could maybe keep, but it's not, it's isolated. So not helpful.
Flower.
But let's just see
1
what
crack.
happens. We have 2 clear discards. Oh my gosh, and then we get a 9 crack. We have no 3s.
1 bam.
So
Flower.
I wouldn't consider playing a 3, 6, 9 hand because we have no 3.
3 crack.
That would be a gap.
1 crack.
South can go.
South call. 2 bam.
We have a Kong
2
south,
crack.
south. Oops. There's another 2 again. Wow.
9 crack. 3
These
dot.
styles are being crazy for us.
7 crack.
2 crack pair. That is
8
not
dot.
helpful. Okay, 7 dot. Let's let the 9 dot or 9 crack go.
9 crack.
So we
5
have
dot.
6 bam pair, 6 crack pung, 7, 8. We do have some consecutive
bam.
tiles in here, but and here we could pung, but we don't even know what hand we're playing, so we're not going to do anything.
8 crack.
We're just going to wait. Now there's a 2 dot. Let's let the 7 go.
dot. 5
we have
bam.
all 2, 4, 6, 8 now, so we just have to figure this out.
5 dot.
1 pick at a time.
3 dot.
1 bam. We don't.
1 bam. 5
Simplify.
crack.
Just focus, gather.
6 dot.
Hopefully a hand will reveal itself.
9 bam.
Maybe we can get a 4 crack. We don't need that.
West. 6 crack.
I wouldn't call it just because
7
you
dot.
can. We don't even know what
6
hand we're
dot.
playing yet. We don't need 9 bam.
9 bam. 9 dot. 4 crack.
We're definitely an underdog
9
on this
bam.
one. Okay, now there's an 8 bam. All right, so we have 6, 8, 2, 6, 2 dot. Let's let the 2 dot
2
go.
dot. East.
We have 2, 4, 6, 8, but the tiles just are not really gelling.
4 crack.
That's kind of the
9
tile
crack.
we need. We don't need a 1.
1 crack. West.
Let's see, 4, 6, 8. 2, 4, 6, 8.
4 crack.
Oh,
West.
3 bam. 3, 4. Oh no,
3
that's
bam.
just not gonna work.
East. 7 dot.
No.
9 crack.
Okay, 8 bam. Oh boy. Okay, so we have 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, pung kong, and 1 suit. That's what it looks like to me.
8 dot. Call. Flower.
So we have the third hand down on the right, or on the left, 1 suit. Hand of least resistance.
3 bam. 3 bam.
Maybe we can get some jokers out of the cracks. So let's let the 2 crack
2
go.
crack. 6 dot.
So we have a Kong of 8s in there now. We could maybe pung the 6.
3 dot. 4 dot.
A flower. Maybe, let's let the 2 crack go.
2 crack.
We could maybe play the first hand and let the 4, 6 go.
4 dot. 4 dot.
No. Let's let a 6 crack go and see what happens.
6 crack. Flower.
Nah, nobody wanted it.
5 crack. 4 bam.
Okay, now that would be a Kong for us if we play the third hand down on the left. So we need to hang tight.
1 dot. Call. 7
Oh,
crack.
there's the joker up for grabs. Okay, now let's just hold that 9 bam. How many are out? 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
9 bam.
If they're
8
out, let
crack.
it go.
5 bam.
We're in the end game, though. That
2
might have been
dot.
a good discard towards the end.
Call.
Probably
6
should have
bam.
kept that. Okay, let's go ahead and pung.
Call.
Okay, now let's let this flower go.
Flower. 4 dot.
We have 3 discards, no gaps, so technically we could still come up
8
from behind.
crack.
We're an underdog, though, I think.
1 crack.
We do not need a...
North Mah Jongg.
Oh, darn. I was hoping they weren't ready. Shoot! All right, next game. Let's just move on.
First Charleston.
Okay, now we've been getting some really challenging deals. We do have a pair this time. We've had a couple of wide spreads, and that really, you really have to swim upstream there. So with a pair of 8s, let's try for a consecutive hand. Oops, 6, 7, 8, 9 of some kind. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, onward, please. Okay, let's pass 2, 3 north. 2, 3 north. Okay, we got a 9 bam. Well, let's do 1, 3. We have to let something go though. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I wouldn't pass 1, 3 and 1 suit. We have an 8 dot pair, so that's what we're leveraging at the moment. Okay, there's a 9 bam. Here's a 6 crack now. 6, 8, 9. We have tiles we can pass, so we can still gather. We're just going to continue to gather. Oops. That's a little bit risky. 1, 3. All right, now there's an 8 crack pair. Here's a 5 bam again. Let's see. So we have 6, 8 in cracks, 5, 7, 9 in bams, 8, 9 in dots. We do have a hand in here. 6, 7, 8 mixed kongs. 5th hand down on the right under consecutive run.
Second Charleston.
So let's let the 4 go with the 5 and the 9. We definitely don't need those, but I don't think I would pass 1, 2. We have 6 crack, 7 bam, 8 dot. It would be better if that was a 7 crack. We also have 8 crack pair, 8 dot pair. Let's see. Let's risk passing the 2. So here now, 6, 7, 6, 7 bam, 6, 7, 8, 8. Second hand from the bottom under consecutive run. So I'm thinking we let the 6s go. So we have 6, 7, 8, 8. 6, 7, 8, 8. Let's let the 9 bam go though, because we could still play 6 crack, 7 bam, 8 dot.
Courtesy pass.
Okay, we didn't get any keepers here. 6, 7, 8, 8. Let's pass 3. Actually, let's do the 9 bam. If we get a 5 bam, we could do 5, 6, 7, 8 crack, 9 dot for the 4th hand down under consecutive run.
North.
It didn't come in though. Okay, let's just keep gathering for 6, 7, 8 of some kind.
3 dot.
And we're an underdog. We probably have, maybe we're a content. No, we have an extra pair in here. So I'd say we're an underdog on this one.
1 dot. Soap. 8 bam.
We're good.
8 bam.
We're good. We don't need a dragon. 8 bams are already down. There was some
Green.
potential for like
Soap.
numbers with 8s, but all the 8 bams, 2 of them are out already.
North. 1 dot.
Okay, now 7 dot. So let's just tuck that in. 7, 8, 9. We'll let the
1
1
crack.
go.
7 bam.
We're gonna ignore.
9 bam.
We have 6, 7 bam, 7, 8, 9, 6, 8. We're just gonna keep
6
gathering.
dot. 2 crack. East. Red.
We're good.
9 bam.
Don't need that. Oh, don't need
South.
a south.
1 crack.
We're good there.
South. Green.
No 3.
3 crack.
We want big numbers.
4 crack. Call.
6
flower.
through 9. We're looking for 6
3
through
crack.
9. We got a red dragon. We don't really need that.
Red. Flower. 8 dot.
No. We don't know what hand we're playing yet.
3 bam.
East can go.
East.
We've
Flower.
had some very challenging hands.
4 dot.
We're good there.
4 bam. Call. West.
4-4. 4-4 pung pung. They could be doing pung kong with 5s, but they could also be doing 4-5 4-5, or they could be doing 2-3-4-4 with flowers. In which
6
case we
dot.
should throw this 2 dot now.
2 dot. 7 crack.
Okay, so we have 4-5. We really don't need those.
Call. South.
Oh, there's a joker up for grabs there. Okay, 4 dot pair showed up, but it really is not helpful. 4-5. We do have 4, 5, 6, 7 in bams, but there's a 4 dot out. Let's see, 6 crack. 6 crack, 7 bam, 8 dot. Let's let the 8 crack
8 crack.
go.
West.
So let's just hold the 4-5 because we do have a hand in here with no gaps. 4 dot, 5 dot, 6 bam, 7 bam. There's a 7 bam out.
3 bam. 1 dot.
We don't need west.
West. East. 4 bam.
Looks like nobody's playing wins.
Red.
We don't need 3.
3 crack. 3 crack. West. 6 bam.
That would be a keeper for us, hopefully, but no, we're not really there. Okay, now here we have a 5 crack, 5, 6, 7, 8, but our opponent across from us, I think they're doing 4-5, 4-5. I don't want to hold on to 5s.
5 crack. Call. 6 dot.
There it is.
2 crack.
So we know they need 5 bam now. Okay, let's do a joker.
Joker swap. 8 crack. 2 crack.
All right, now we're kind of at the place where we probably need to dig in to a hand. 6 crack, 7 bam, 8 dot. 4 dot would be joker bait. Oh, we need that 6, 7 there. 4 dot would be joker bait. So 6, 7, 8, we have a long way to go, and we're at the end of the middle game in 2 picks. So we have 4 discards and joker bait. We're an underdog.
Green. 3 dot.
We got a joker.
9 dot. 2 dot.
Okay, well, let's see.
2 bam. 2 dot.
We're good. Oh, keeper. 6. Okay,
7
we're
dot.
coming up
Call.
from behind
2
here.
crack.
7 dot. They're doing a 5, 7. Let's see, 5, 7 dot, 7, 9 crack. Don't need north.
North. 3 bam.
We're good there.
9 dot. Joker swap. 5 bam.
Oh. I thought that would be Mahjong. Joker exchange.
Joker swap.
Let's let the 6 bam
6
go.
bam. 2 bam.
Okay, so now let's just tuck these jokers in. We can use them right here. We're 1 away from set. We need a flower in here if we're going to be a contender.
3 dot. Red.
Jokers.
5
good.
dot. Mahjong.
Oh, we just got into a good position here. All right, boy, I just see the winning pile on that one. 5, 7, 7, 9. I was really excited about the build on this one, though. Oh, well. Oh, they had 1 discard up there. They needed a joker. And like numbers with 8s, or 1s, they have 2 discards.
First
Okay, we're going
Charleston.
to play one more game, I think. Okay, so now we have another crazy spread here. 4 dot pung. So 2, 3, 4 of some kind. 2, 3, 4 of some kind here. We're going to go here. 2, 3, 4. Here's a 2. We do have some 2, 4, 6, 8 again, though. Darn it. It has not served us well, though. Here's a 7, 8. Let's see here. Let's throw, let's see, I think we should play a 2, 4, 6, 8 hand. I mean a 2, 3, 4 hand. Let's let the north go. You know what? We do have some potential. Ooh, that's pretty risky there. Let's throw the 2 crack. We have some potential for the news concealed hand if we can get wins. Okay, they didn't come in there. We would probably do 3, 4. Okay, so
Second Charleston.
let's see, here's 2, 3, 4, 4. Let's let 4, 6, 9 go. Okay, now here's the 3. We'll let 1, 7 red go. There's a 2. 2, 3, 4 stops abruptly. 2, 3, 4 news. We're kind of in between news concealed and 2, 3, 4, 5, but we have a gap, no 5 dot. Let's just keep the
Courtesy pass.
We got the 5 dot. 2, 3, 4, 5 hand of least resistance. Let's pass. Let's pass 3. I would risk it here because now we have a hand with no gaps.
1 crack.
Okay, now we need to let these winds go right away.
North. 7 crack.
And then the dragon. So we're doing 2, 3, 4, 5 pung con, hand of least
North.
resistance.
Red.
Kind of a surprise ending
East.
there.
9
I'd say
bam.
we're a front runner now.
West.
We've got a joker. We got jokers on our
dot.
first 2 picks. Let's let the dragons go.
Green. 6 crack. North. 9 crack.
We're good there. Red can
Red.
go.
North.
So we're looking for 2, 3,
1
4,
bam.
5. Pung con, pung con.
6 bam.
We got a keeper.
3 crack. 9 bam.
Okay, our hand is set. We could pung the 2, Kong the 3, and Kong the 5.
1 dot.
It'd be nice if we could draw more
West.
so we don't have to risk the jokers.
9 dot. 6 crack. 4 crack. Call. 5 crack.
We want 2, 3, 4, 5 bams and dots.
1 dot. 5 crack. 7 crack. 6 dot.
We're good. Joker.
9 dot.
Jokers are nice.
4 bam.
Okay, we don't want that.
Call.
We're looking for 2, 3,
So-
4, 5. We have a robot here with 2 exposures now. Okay, 3 crack. Let's let that go.
3 crack. 5
So
dot.
they're probably doing the pung con, pung con. We're going to call Kong,
Call.
and we're ready
1
to win
crack.
on a,
2 bam.
well, that's Mahjong. Mahjong.
Mah Jongg.
Finally. Goodness. Oh my gosh, and they're 1 away from ready over there. Okay, so the robot on the left, Agata, 2, 3, pair, pung pung. They needed a flower. They were 1 away from ready. Across from us, 7, 8, 7, 8, pung kong, hand of least resistance, 3 away. On the right, 2, 4, 6, 8 with flowers, 2 discards plus joker bait. I guess we could try 1 more game.
First Charleston.
We could squeeze this one in. Look at the spread again. Okay, we have 1 multiple. I guess that's a good thing. Silver lining there. Okay, so 5 through 9 probably. So let's throw the red or the 1 bam and the green dragon. So it looks like 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. Probably the 9s can go. Unless we get a 7 dot. All right, let's see what we get. We got a 7 crack. Here's 2, 3. Let's just sort by suit. Okay, we're going to reassess. We have a 5 dot pair. Let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 3 dot is isolated. Let's let that go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no gaps. 4th hand down under consecutive run. We could do 5, 6, 7 mixed suit Kongs. 5th hand down on the right. Let's let the 9 dot go. And then we need one more tile to let go of. Let's see here. We have 3 9 over there. Maybe the 8 bam can go. Okay, now we have 5 dot 3 crack. So we have 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, there's a 9 bam pair that showed up. With a 3 crack pair, the 7 can go. Even though we do have 5 dot 7 crack 9 bam, the 7 crack can go for sure. Probably the 6 crack can go. So here's one hand right here. 5, 7, 9 mixed suit Kongs, third hand down under odds. But we could also play 2, 3, 4 single pair pung, Kong 5, Kong 6. I think we're closer to that. So let's break up the 9. Okay, we're going to keep
Second
going.
Charleston.
Okay, now we picked up a keeper, 6 bam. We've got tiles to pass. Okay, let's see. We still have tiles we can pass. How about the 8 instead of the 7 there?
Courtesy pass.
Well, we really don't need a 2, but we have tiles we can pass. 2, 3, single pair pung. We really don't need that 2. Okay, we've got 5 discards and a hand with no gaps. We're east, so let's discard the 9 bam.
9 bam. 9 dot.
So we have 4 discards. We had an extra tile as east, so I would say we're a contender on this one, but we need to build our 4 crack and the 6 bam. So
Flower.
we still have weakness.
Soap.
Okay, so let's let the 7 bam go.
7 bam. 7
There's
crack.
a 5. We'll ignore that.
Soap.
We have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6.
Red. Call. 9 crack. 3 dot.
Nope. So dragons
Green.
can
Call.
go.
2 crack.
Yeah, look at, there's a double dragon up there. We're good there.
7 dot.
So with a double dragon, they could be playing one of several hands, east and west, north and south with dragons. Third hand down under winds. They could be playing 3, 6, 9, number 4. They could also be playing a year hand, number 3. I believe those are the double dragon hands with pungs. All right, let's keep going. We don't need a south. This could be one of their tiles.
South.
Nope.
3 dot. 9 dot. West. Call. 8 crack.
Okay, east and west. East and west with dragons.
5 bam.
We do
3
not want to
dot.
draw an east.
East.
Uh-oh.
North.
Oh, they're not ready.
8 dot.
They could get ready though.
8 bam.
Okay, now
8 bam.
we have a joker. This 5 crack is a discard.
3
We're
bam.
going to let this flower go next.
9 bam.
We don't need a 9. Let's let the flower go.
Flower. Call. 6 bam.
Okay, there's a Kong over there. We're going to call. We're going to Kong.
Call.
Okay, 9
9
dot
dot.
can go.
5 crack.
We need a 4 crack in here.
Flower. 6 dot.
We're good there. Okay, now 7 dot, 5, 7. Let's throw the 7
dot.
dot.
8 dot.
We're good there.
1 dot. 4 crack.
No, that's our tile, but we're not ready.
3 bam. South.
That's the first one though. We can still make it happen.
Red.
We need to pung.
Green.
Single pair pung. 2, 3, 4.
1 crack. 3 bam. South. North.
We need 4 crack, 5 dot.
7 crack. 2 bam.
We're
Call.
good there.
7 dot.
Okay, so there's a joker up for grabs. Oh, we don't want
So-
dragons.
7 dot. 7 bam.
Okay, we're good there.
7
Be
crack.
nice to do a joker swap. Shoot.
9 dot. 9 crack.
Okay, we're heading towards
1
the end of the
bam.
middle game.
2
End of the
dot.
third wall here. We do not need a 4 dot.
4 dot. 9 bam. Flower.
No.
9 crack.
3 crack. We don't need
6
that.
crack.
That's a
4 dot.
that is a pair for us. So they're playing a 2, 4, 6, 8 pong kong hand. We can throw the 6 dot.
6 dot. 7 bam. 8 bam. Joker swap.
There.
4 dot.
Oh, 5 bam. Okay.
5 bam. Joker swap. Flower.
Oh, the Joker swaps go
crack.
so fast.
2 crack.
We're good there. White dragon.
Soap. 5 dot.
Okay, we'll Kong.
Call.
So let's throw 3 crack.
3 crack. 3 bam.
We need 1 good pick.
6
There are
dot.
2 jokers up for grabs.
2 dot.
We got a joker.
5 crack. 7 bam.
We're ready on a 4 crack now. Single pair pung, Kong Kong. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Joker swap. 8 crack. Mah Jongg.
Oh darn! Look how close we got. So we got super close. All right, that is going to do it for this session. Whew! These dragons and their joker swaps are lickety split. Geez, kind of puts me in a spin. Well, I hope you enjoyed the session. We had some really challenging hands, wide spreads, but we did have a few hands that were set up nicely with multiples, and we did win a couple. Either way, it's good practice. So if you haven't tried playing at I Love Maj and you want to give it a try, when you sign up, use MAHJLIFE as the promo code and you'll get 3 weeks free. And if you decide to stick with it, I do get a little bit of a commission from I Love Maj because I'm part of their partner programs. So thank you so much for being here, for watching my videos, and for sharing about my channel. I want to say thank you so much to the moderators for helping moderate the chat, and channel members, thank you again so much for supporting MAHJLIFE. And for Julie and Philippe, thank you so much for creating such a great platform for Mahjong players. We'll see you again at 4 o'clock for the Nitty-Gritty Primetime Let's Play live stream, where we're going to look at hands of least resistance to expedite. It's really similar, but you can use the same hands to simplify, which is why I shared that with you today. If you're a beginner or intermediate player, consider playing hands of least resistance because they're nearly indestructible, they're plentiful, and they're easy to play. All right, see you in just a little bit. If there are no more questions, I'll go ahead and sign off. All right. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click the little gray bell if you do. That way you'll get notification for when I post new videos, and you won't miss an opportunity to learn a new strategy or pick up an insight to the game that could give you an advantage at the table. Between now and the next video, may all your picks be keepers.